Every morning, before the noise of the world floods your mind, there is a silent moment. In that fragile space, you face yourself. What do you say in that moment? Do you wake with worry or with strength? The Stoics believe that what we tell ourselves shapes not only our day, but our destiny. We live in a storm of demands, expectations, and distractions. Anxiety about tomorrow, regrets from yesterday. The mind becomes a battlefield. Yet the Stoics remind us, it is not events that disturb us, but the stories we whisper to ourselves. Change the story, and you change your power. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus faced wars, exile, and loss. Yet they carried an inner fortress, built not of stone, but of words. Stoicism is not about escaping life. It is about mastering the way we speak to ourselves every single day. In this video, you will discover 7 timeless affirmations, 7 things the Stoics would want you to tell yourself every morning. Each is a seed of resilience, a shield against chaos, and a torch to guide you through uncertainty. By the end, you won't just know them, you will feel them. So breathe, slow down, and step with me into the wisdom of the Stoics. 7 truths you should whisper to yourself every single day. Principle 1. I control my mind, not the world. Each morning, as the sun rises, tell yourself, I control my mind, not the world. This is the cornerstone of Stoic strength. The universe is vast, filled with forces we cannot bend. Storms will rage, people will disappoint, fortune will turn. But within you, one realm remains sovereign, your mind, your thoughts, your judgments, your choices. This is the only kingdom that cannot be invaded. Epictetus once declared, you may fetter my leg, but not even Zeus himself has the power to conquer my will. These words remind us that true freedom is not in controlling events, but in mastering our response to them. No prison, no insult, no storm can chain the mind, unless we hand it over. Consider Marcus Aurelius, emperor of Rome, commander of armies, ruler of millions. Yet daily, he wrote in his private journal reminders of this truth. He could not stop the plague that ravaged his empire. He could not silence betrayal or halt the march of death. But he could write, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. And those words carried him when empires trembled. Today, our battles look different but feel the same. The delayed train that stirs anger. The email that bruises your pride. The future that feels uncertain. Each moment is a temptation to wrestle with things beyond your control. And each moment is a chance to remember. Peace begins when you return your strength to where it belongs, not in forcing the world to obey, but in guiding your own response. To see with clarity, to choose with calm. So begin each day not with a demand for the world to bend, but with a declaration of your sovereignty. I control my mind, not the world. With these words, you hold a shield stronger than steel. No insult can pierce it, no storm can drown it, no failure can take it away. For as long as you command your thoughts, you remain free, and with that freedom, you are already victorious. Principle 2. This day is not given to me, it is loaned. The second affirmation to whisper each morning is this. This day is not given to me, it is loaned. Time is the most precious currency we will ever hold, yet we act as if the supply is infinite. The Stoics remind us that every sunrise is not a guarantee, but a gift, fragile, fleeting, and priceless. To live as if today is owed to us is arrogance. To live as if it is borrowed is wisdom. Seneca warned, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. These words strike like thunder. Our lives are not brief by nature, but by neglect. We squander minutes as if they were endless, forgetting that the clock does not wait. To awaken to time's scarcity is to awaken to life itself. Consider Cato the Younger. He lived with a fierce awareness of time. When others drowned in luxury and delay, he walked barefoot in snow, endured hardship, and lived each day as if his final one. To him, tomorrow was never promised, and so he trained his soul today. This discipline of urgency carved his unshakable reputation for integrity. In our time, the theft of days comes not from emperors or wars, but from distractions, endless scrolling, empty conversations, hours surrendered to nothingness. Imagine if you treated each morning like borrowed gold, meant to be invested, not wasted. How differently would you spend your time? Each message you send, each meal you eat, each word you speak becomes sacred because you recognize the clock is never yours. So stand at dawn and remind yourself, this day is not given, it is loaned. Do not waste it in quarrels, distractions, or regrets. Invest it with courage, with gratitude, with presence. For one day, the lender will not return it. And when that day comes, may you hand back your time with pride, knowing you lived it well. Principle 3. I will face discomfort as my teacher. The third affirmation is this: I will face discomfort as my teacher. Most people flee pain, chase comfort, and treat hardship as an enemy. But the Stoics saw it differently. Discomfort is the forge of strength. Just as fire hardens steel, challenges sharpen the soul. To reject discomfort is to reject growth. To embrace it is to step toward greatness. Seneca wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." These words strike us like a hammer upon iron. Hardship is not an obstacle to living. It is the very training ground of wisdom. Every trial endured with patience adds muscle to the spirit. Epictetus knew this truth well. Born a slave, crippled, beaten, and mocked, yet he transformed his suffering into wisdom that shaped centuries. He could not escape his chains, but he could use them as lessons. He reminded his students, do not pray for life to be easy, pray for the strength to endure. For what breaks others refines the Stoic. Today, discomfort arrives in new forms. The anxiety before a hard conversation, the discipline of rising early, the pain of failure, the sting of rejection. But each is a teacher, whispering, grow here. When you push through resistance at the gym, you build muscle. When you push through discomfort in life, you build resilience. Every hardship faced willingly becomes a stepping stone toward strength. So when discomfort greets you, do not shrink. Whisper instead, I will face discomfort as my teacher. For storms do not arrive to destroy you, but to strengthen your roots. The obstacle is the training. The pain is the proof. And the discomfort you embrace today will become the fortress you stand in tomorrow. Principle 4. I will master desire, not be mastered by it. The fourth affirmation is this: I will master desire, not be mastered by it. Desire is a flame. Left unchecked, it consumes everything. The Stoics did not say abandon all pleasure, but warned that to be ruled by craving is slavery. Freedom is not found in endless indulgence, but in learning to govern what you long for. Epictetus wrote, freedom is not achieved by satisfying desires, but by eliminating them. This truth strikes hard in our world of endless wants. To be free, you must not feed every craving, but learn to silence them, choosing what serves you, discarding what enslaves you. Think of Cato the Younger. While senators feasted on luxury, he ate simple bread and drank water. His plain life was not poverty, it was power. He proved that wealth and temptation had no hold on him. By mastering his desires, he remained untouchable, immune to bribery, and unshaken by excess. In our world, desire wears new masks, shiny devices, endless scrolling, status symbols, cravings for likes and recognition. We are told more is better, faster is success, and excess is happiness. But each unchecked desire becomes another chain. Mastery is not in chasing more, but in choosing enough. To pause, to ask, do I need this? Does this serve me? So whisper this vow: I will master desire, not be mastered by it. For when you command your cravings, you command your life. What tempts others will not tempt you. What enslaves others will not touch you. And in a world drowning in hunger for more, you will stand free, content, and unshakable. Principle 5. I will practice gratitude and presence. The fifth affirmation is this: I will practice gratitude and presence. The Stoics believe that the good life is not found in longing for what you lack, but in fully seeing what you already hold. Gratitude sharpens the eyes. Presence steadies the soul. Together, they turn ordinary moments into treasures and chaos into calm. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Remember that what you now have was once among the things you only hoped for." His words remind us, the present is not empty. It is overflowing, if only we learn to see. Seneca often counseled his students to rehearse poverty, to eat coarse bread, to wear rough clothes, and then to ask, "Is this what I feared?" Through this practice, he discovered gratitude, not only for wealth, but for simplicity itself. By lowering his needs, he raised his joy. In our age, gratitude is often lost in the noise of comparison. We scroll, we compare, we forget. Presence slips away into distraction. But to pause and whisper thank you for the breath in your lungs, the friend beside you, the chance to begin again, this is power. Gratitude disarms envy. Presence dissolves anxiety. Together, they anchor you in what is real. So begin today with this whisper. I will practice gratitude and presence. For when you thank life, life expands. When you live here, not in yesterday's regrets or tomorrow's illusions, you become untouchable. Gratitude is the key. Presence is the door. Step through, and you will carry serenity wherever you walk. Principle 6. I will define my purpose with clarity. The sixth affirmation is this: I will define my purpose with clarity. A life without direction drifts like a ship without a rudder, tossed by every wave, swayed by every wind. The Stoics believe that purpose is the anchor of the soul. To know what you stand for is to know how to endure, how to choose, how to live. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable." These words remind us, the world may give you storms, but it is clarity of purpose that turns winds into allies. Without direction, life feels heavy. With it, even obstacles become fuel. Epictetus taught his students to define what truly mattered before stepping into the world. For him, it was virtue and wisdom. For Cato, it was integrity. For Marcus, it was duty. Their clarity gave them strength. When tempted with riches, they said no. When threatened with loss, they stood firm. Purpose was their compass. Without it, even emperors stumble. Today, the danger is not swords or plagues, but drift. Endless scrolling. Shallow goals. We chase applause, status, distractions, forgetting to ask what truly matters. To define your purpose is to cut through the noise. It is to wake each day with a target, to measure choices against what you value most. Without purpose, life is busy but hollow. With it, life is difficult but meaningful. So whisper this vow: I will define my purpose with clarity. Let your purpose be a star that does not move, even when storms howl. Let it guide your steps when you are lost. And when the world tempts you with countless roads, let this compass return you to the one that is truly yours. For with purpose, you are no longer drifting. You are sailing home. The seventh affirmation is this: I will end each day with reflection and preparation. The Stoics believed the evening was not merely a time of rest, but a sacred ritual. As the sun sets, we are called to pause, to examine, and to prepare. Without reflection, mistakes repeat. Without preparation, tomorrow overwhelms. With both, each day becomes a stepping stone toward wisdom. Seneca advised, each night, call yourself to account. What weakness did I overcome? What impulse did I master? What virtue did I practice? These nightly questions are not punishments, but tools. Chisels shaping the soul into something stronger and more beautiful with each passing day. Marcus Aurelius, burdened by empire and war, still returned nightly to his journal. There he recorded lessons, confessions, and reminders. His writings, known today as meditations, were never meant for us. They were his private ritual of self-examination. Yet, through this practice, an emperor became a philosopher, and his thoughts outlived the empire itself. In our world, reflection is often replaced with distraction. We end our days in glowing screens, drowning in noise. But if you choose instead to pause, to write, to breathe, to ask yourself what you learned and how you grew, you reclaim the night. And if you prepare, even with a single small step, tomorrow greets you not as chaos, but as a path already chosen. So whisper this final vow. I will end each day with reflection and preparation. For in reflection, you harvest wisdom. In preparation, you sow peace. And when the sun rises again, you will not stumble into the day. You will step into it as a stoic, steady, prepared, and unshakable. Conclusion: 7 Whispers for an Unshakable Life. We began at dawn with the Stoics. 7 whispers to steady the soul. Control your mind, honor time, face discomfort, master desire, practice gratitude, define your purpose, and close each day in reflection. These are not slogans to admire, they are practices to live. And each, when repeated daily, becomes the architecture of an unshakable life. The world will continue to storm. People will disappoint you. Fortune will rise and fall. But if you carry these affirmations, you carry a fortress inside you. The Stoics remind us, strength is not in controlling life, but in mastering yourself. Do this, and no storm can move you. So tonight, before you close your eyes, choose one affirmation. Write it, speak it, carry it. Then tomorrow, add another. With time, these 7 truths will no longer be words on your lips, but strength in your bones. This is how the Stoics lived. And this is how you, too, can become unshakable. This is Stoic Miracles. Wisdom for the storm, strength for the soul. If these words gave you clarity, share them. And remember, each day is alone, each thought a choice, each life a chance to rise stronger. Be unshakable,